ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Aniline does not undergoes Friedel-Crafts reactions. Okay, this is most important one, very important. Aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reactions. Aniline does not undergoes Friedel-Crafts reactions. Why? Because Lewis acid like anhydrous AlCl3, Lewis acid like anhydrous AlCl3 reacts with aniline nitrogen to form salt. Means aniline nitrogen becomes electron deficient and acts as deactivating group. Therefore, aniline does not undergoes Friedel-Crafts reactions. And AlCl3 acts as catalyst. And it carries negative charge. Okay, for example, here this is aniline molecule, NH2 aniline molecule with lone pair of electrons. Now this aniline molecule reacts with anhydrous AlCl3. What happened? This electron pair of electrons donates to the electron deficient Lewis acid. As a result, what happened? Bond making between nitrogen and aluminum. So it gives, this is nitrogen atom and nitrogen, benzene ring with nitrogen, hydrogen. Then go for AlCl3 is attached to nitrogen, AlCl3. This pair of electrons donates to the aluminum, that's why it is negative charge. And nitrogen, loss of electrons, it gets positive charge. Now this compound is a salt formation, plus and minus, so it becomes a salt. Salt means it acts as a deactivating group. Deactivating group means further electrophilic substitution, further there is no Friedel-Crafts reaction. So here further no Friedel-Crafts reactions. Okay, this is the result. Aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reactions because of Lewis acid, that is anhydrous AlCl3 reacts with aniline nitrogen to form a salt. That means aniline nitrogen becomes electron deficient. So that's why this electron deficient nitrogen acts as deactivating group. So due to the donation of pair of electrons to the aluminum chloride, it gets negative charge. Nitrogen carries positive charge, AlCl3 becomes minus. So nitrogen possesses positive charge means it is acts as a deactivating group or electron deficient. Therefore, there are further no Friedel Crafts reactions in aniline. Okay, this is very important one. So aniline undergoes nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, but not Friedel Crafts alkylation reactions. Next, how to separate the mixture of amines, primary amines, secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary salt. Okay, how to separate the mixture of amines? Separation of mixture of amines, separation methods of amines. Separation methods of amines. Next one is separation of amines. Separation of amines from mixture of primary, secondary, tertiary amines. Okay, mixture of primary, secondary amines. So the mixture of primary, secondary, tertiary amines are separated by using two methods. First method is Hinsberg's method and the second one is Hoffman's method. Okay, now we are discussing about first method, that is Hinsberg's method. Okay, Hinsberg's method, separation of amines by Hinsberg's method. Okay, so in Hinsberg's method, Hinsberg's reagent is, first of all, Hinsberg reagent. Hinsberg's reagent. The Hinsberg reagent is benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is known as Hinsberg reagent. Okay, what is Hinsberg reagent? Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride formula C6H5SO2Cl. Okay, or it is also denoted like this, C6H5SO2Cl, or it is also represents like this, C6H5SO2Cl. Okay, this is Hinsberg reagent. Okay, what is Hinsberg reagent? Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is known as Hinsberg reagent. Right, now your mixture of amines, RNH2, this is primary amine, R2NH, it is secondary amine, R3N, it is a tertiary amine, R4N plus X minus or any other, this is called as quaternary salt. It is also called as quaternary salt. Okay, this is the total mixture. Okay, from this mixture we can separate the primary amines, secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary salt. Okay, RNH2 group is primary amine, R2NH secondary amine, R3N tertiary, R4N plus is quaternary salt. Okay, now for this mixture, addition of ether solution. Okay, in this ether solution, quaternary salt is insoluble. Addition of ether, what happened? Quaternary salt is insoluble in ether. Quaternary salt is insoluble. Quaternary salt is insoluble in ether. Quaternary salt is insoluble in ether. So therefore, here R4N plus is separated. Quaternary salt is separated because it is insoluble, remaining three are soluble. So here another one is RNH2 primary amine, R2NH secondary amine, R3N. These three compounds are soluble in ether and quaternary salt is insoluble in ether. Yes, these are soluble in ether. It is soluble in ether. Soluble in ether. Primary amine, secondary amines and tertiary amines are soluble in ether. Next, after that, benzene diazonium chloride is added. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is added. Innsbruck reagent. Okay, ClSO2pH. C6H5SO2Cl is known as Innsbruck reagent. Now this Innsbruck reagent is added to the primary, secondary, tertiary amines mixture. So this primary amine reacts with Innsbruck reagent, removal of HCl, it gives RNHESO2pH. Okay, this is the primary amine salt, amide, primary amine, amide with benzene sulfonyl chloride, Innsbruck reagent. Similarly, the secondary amine is also reacts with Innsbruck reagent, so it gives R2NSO2pH. This is secondary amine. So for this mixture, Innsbruck reagent is added. Innsbruck reagent is added. What happened? Only primary amines and secondary amines are reacts with Innsbruck reagent. But tertiary amines does not reacts with Innsbruck reagent. R3N tertiary amine does not reacts with Innsbruck reagent. Innsbruck reagent does not react with Innsbruck reagent. Why? Because absence of alpha hydrogen. Absence of hydrogen or alpha hydrogen. Absence of hydrogen. That's why a tertiary amine is separated from primary and secondary amine. Yes, then go for next. This primary amine reacts with base like NaOH or KOH. What happen here? Presence of hydrogen, acidic hydrogen. Presence of this acidic hydrogen H, it gives RN, here Na plus, here nitrogen minus SO2pH. SO2pH. Now further it is hydrolyzed in the presence of base. In the presence of base it is hydrolyzed, we are getting RNH2. This is primary amine. Next, Here NaOH is added, there is no reaction because of hydrogen. Now further it is also hydrolyzed in the presence of base H3O plus or H2O. Hydrolysis in this secondary amine is obtained R2NH. This is secondary amine. Now initially we are taking primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary salt. So this mixture is dissolved in the ether, only quaternary salt is insoluble. That means quaternary salt is separated first. After that, mixture of primary amines, secondary amines and tertiary amines. Okay, these are soluble in ether. Now further, this mixture is treated with Hinsberg reagent like benzene sulfonyl chloride. What happen here? Only primary, secondary amines are reacts with Hinsberg reagent. Tertiary amines, no reaction. So here primary and secondary amines reacts with Hinsberg reagent. It gives amide formation. Primary amide formation, secondary benzene sulfonamide formation. Okay, primary amine benzene sulfonamide, secondary amine benzene sulfonamide. Now these sulfonamides on treatment with base and followed by hydrolysis, primary amines are obtained. So first quaternary salt is separated from the mixture, after that primary amine is separated, and after that secondary amine is separated, and tertiary amine is also separated. So separation of primary amines, secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary salt by using Hinsberg reagent. Okay, what is Hinsberg reagent? Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is known as Hinsberg reagent. C6H5SO2Cl. Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Okay, this benzene sulfonyl chloride is known as Hinsberg reagent. Okay, what is the importance of benzene sulfonyl chloride or Hinsberg reagent? Hinsberg reagent is useful to separate the mixture of primary amines, secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary salt. Okay, so how it is possible? This mixture is treated with ether, quaternary salt is insoluble, so that is separated. Primary, secondary, tertiary amine mixture reacts with benzene sulfonyl chloride. Only primary, secondary amines are reacts with Hinsberg reagent. Tertiary amines no reaction with Hinsberg because of absence of hydrogen. Next, primary, secondary amines reacts with benzene sulfonyl chloride to form corresponding benzene sulfonamides. Now these benzene sulfonamides upon hydrolysis in the presence of base, it gives primary amines and secondary amines. So this mixture is separated by using Hinsberg's reagent. This is method number 1, Hinsberg method, mixture of amines separation. Right. Then go for second method is Hoffmann's method. Second method is Hoffmann's method. Separation of amines by using Hoffmann's method. Hoffmann's method, preparation, separation of amines. Separation of amines by using Hoffmann's method. Yes, Hoffman's method is separation of amines by using Hoffman's method. Hoffman's method. Here Hoffman's method is Hoffman's reagent is diethyl oxalate. Hoffman's reagent. Hoffman's reagent is diethyl oxalate. Diethyl oxalate. Now this diethyl oxalate is known as Hoffman's reagent. Okay, diethyl oxalate formula is C2H5. Okay, diethyl oxalate CO, C double bond O, C2H5. Okay, this is known as diethyl oxalate. Okay, diethyl oxalate is known as Hoffman's reagent. This reagent is useful to separate the mixture of primary amines, secondary amines and tertiary amines. Okay, so how to separate? Here primary amine is RNH2, secondary amine R2NH, tertiary amine is R3N. Okay, this is primary amine, it is secondary amine and this one is tertiary amine. Now for these three amines, on treatment with Hoffman's reagent, the addition of Hoffman's reagent. Okay, addition of Hoffman's reagent. What happened here? Primary amines are produced by oxamide. Formation of oxamide. It is a solid. Oxamide. Solid. It is the primary amine. Second one is oxamic ester. It is a liquid of secondary amine. Tertiary amine, no reaction. R3N retains same. It is a tertiary amine. Now this one is also acts as a liquid. It is a liquid and these two are solids. Okay, primary amine is converted into oxamide, secondary amine is converted into oxamic ester, tertiary amine retains same, means no reaction because of your absence of hydrogen. Okay, then after that what happened here? Filtration or distillation. Here filtration, what happened? Tertiary amines are separated. Filtration, R3N is separated. Tertiary amine is separated. Okay, this is tertiary amine. Next, oxamide and oxamic ester is there. Okay, oxamide of primary amines and oxamic ester. Okay, after that hydrolysis or distillation. Hydrolysis or distillation, we are getting primary amines and secondary amines. NH2 primary amine and also secondary amine. R2NH. This is secondary amine. Okay, primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine. First, Hoffman reagent, primary amine is converted into oxamide, secondary amine is converted into oxamic ester, tertiary amine, no reaction. Filtration, solid and liquid separated. So here liquid is separated, solids further upon treatment with hydrolysis or distillation, primary and secondary separated, primary amine and secondary amine. Right now, what are chemical reactions involved in this one? Chemical reactions. Here primary amine RNH2, okay, RNH2, this is the primary amine, reacts with diethyl oxalate C2H5O, C double bond O, C double bond O, C2H5. This is diethyl oxalate. 2 moles of primary amines on treatment with diethyl oxalate. It is called as diethyl oxalate. Okay, now this diethyl oxalate is treated with primary amine, removal of ethyl alcohol, 2 moles of ethyl alcohol. Removal of 2 moles of ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH, it gives oxamide formation, RNH, C double bond O, here NHR. This is the oxamide formation. Okay, it is the oxamide formation. Now this oxamide further hydrolysis. Oxamide further hydrolysis, here breakage of the bond, it is converted into primary amine. Okay, RNH2, primary amine formation. Similarly, if you take secondary amine with diethyl oxalate, oxamic ester formation. Okay, tertiary amine, secondary amine with diethyl oxalate. This is reaction 1, and reaction 2 is dialkyl amine, means secondary amine, is treated with diethyl oxalate, CO and C double bond O, C2H5, diethyl oxalate, removal of ethyl alcohol, it gives R2N, C double bond O, here C double bond O, C2H5. This is called as oxamic ester. Now this oxamic ester further hydrolysis, breakage of the bond, it gives R2NH. This is secondary amine. And the third reaction is tertiary amines, R3N with diethyl oxalate, C2H5CO, C double bond O, oxygen, C2H5, diethyl oxalate, here no reaction. Okay, so because of absence of hydrogen in tertiary amines, there is no reaction with Hoffman's reagent. Okay, this is the separation methods of amines by using Hoffman's method. Okay, what is Hoffman's reagent? Diethyl oxalate. This diethyl oxalate is called as Hoffman's reagent. Okay, diethyl oxalate, Hoffman's reagent is diethyl oxalate. Diethyl is helpful to separate the mixture of amines, primary amines, secondary amines and tertiary amines. Okay, what is Hoffman's reagent? Diethyl oxalate. Diethyl oxalate is known as Hoffman's reagent. This Hoffman's reagent is helpful to separate the mixture of amines. Okay, so these are the separation methods of amines. Right, next topic is benzene diazonium chloride, diazonium salts. Diazonium salts. Diazonium salts general formula C6H5N2 plus X minus. Okay, this is known as diazonium salt. Diazonium salt general formula GF. General formula of diazonium salt is C6H5. It is also represented by C6H5 N triple bond N plus here X minus. In this case, X is equal to chloride ion or bromide ion or bisulfate ion or boron tetrafluoride BF4. For example, if you take here X is chlorine C6H5 N triple bond N plus and Cl minus. Okay, X is chloride ion. Now the compound name is benzene diazonium chloride. Okay, benzene diazonium chloride. It is the common diazonium salt. Benzene diazonium chloride BDC. Benzene diazonium chloride, or it is also represents pH N triple bond N plus Cl minus, or it is also represents C6H5 N triple bond N plus Cl minus. Okay, so this is the common diazonium salt, benzene diazonium chloride, C6H5 N2 plus Cl minus, or pH N2 plus Cl minus. In this, X is the chloride ion or bromide ion or bisulfate ion or tetrafluoroborates. Okay, diazonium salt general formula C6H5N2 plus X minus. Now, what are the resonance structures? How to write the resonance structures of benzene diazonium ion. Okay, resonance structures of benzene diazonium ion. Resonance structures of benzene diazonium ion or diazonium ion resonance structures. Resonance structures of diazonium ion. Resonance structures of diazonium ion. Diazonium ion C6H5N2 plus. Okay, this is diazonium ion N plus. So here nitrogen carries positive charge, therefore it is electron withdraws from benzene ring. As a result, these pi bonded electrons are shifted towards nitrogen. At this nitrogen atom, electron density increases. Therefore, these pi bonded electrons are shifted towards terminal nitrogen. Okay, as a result, it gives a resonance structure, new resonance structure, that is here double bond and double bond in between carbon and nitrogen. Here double bond, and in this case double bond nitrogen and nitrogen with negative charge. Loss of this electron pair, it gets positive charge. Okay, positive charge and double bond N. Okay, as a result, these pi bonded electrons are shifted towards between two carbons, and one more resonance structure is generated. That resonance structure is here N double bond at para position positive site, and double bond nitrogen with negative charge. At the same time, these pi bonded electrons are shifted between the adjacent carbons, and one more resonance structure will be generated. That new resonance structure is here double bond and the loss of electrons, positive charge, here double bond nitrogen and double bond nitrogen with negative charge. Now in this case what happened here, and this pair of electrons are involved in the resonance. As a result, here this pi bonded electron shift towards between the two nitrogens, it gives original structure will be generated. Okay, this is the original structure. Here double bond, here single bond nitrogen, here triple bond nitrogen with positive charge. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 resonance structures are possible in the case of diazonium ion. Okay, now what is the difference between first structure and last structure? Okay, first one is benzene diazonium ion double bond, here double bond, nitrogen, triple bond nitrogen, here plus. This is the structure 1. Okay, and the last resonance structure is here double bond, nitrogen, triple bond, here nitrogen plus. This is 2. Okay, now what is the difference between these two compounds? Two nitrogens same, triple bond same. In benzene ring 3 double bonds, here benzene ring 3 double bonds. But the difference is, in benzene ring pi bonded electrons are delocalized. Delocalized means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, double bonds. First double bond is present between 1 and 2 carbons. Next, second double bond between 3 and 4th position. Third double bond, DB means double bond. Third double bond between 5 and 6th position. Okay, but in this case, your first double bond is between 2 and 3 carbons. Second double bond between 4 and 5 carbons. And third double bond between 1 and 6 carbons. That means here pi bonded electrons are delocalized from one position to another position. That is nothing but resonance. Resonance is nothing but shifting of electrons from one position to another position. So these two resonance structures are called as Kekulé resonance structures. Kekulé structures. Okay, these two structures are called as Kekulé structures. Okay, so now these are the resonance structures of benzene diazonium ion.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.